Hello, everybody. This is another episode of San Francisco by Night. I'm joined here today by the slowly increasingly powerful storm cloud wizard sex god that is Peyrune, aka Creed. How's it going, Creed?
Booyah.
I told you never again.
That's exactly why I said it.
You monster. All right.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
Fucking that would work too. All right. So somebody at work just looks over is like, what the fuck? Anyways, so we're on limited time scale, but that's okay because we have our plans worked out because we're smarts. So, this is going to take place in the Oddest Ends.
Where everything else takes place.
Yes, because it's generally the coolest place to hang out if you're some form of abomination. All right,
Yep.
so let's start it off with the familiar fate with a familiar, newly increasingly handsome face, working on a counter, and a certain very artificial person walking through the door. And now.
All right. Perrin is sitting, um, looks up from a chair he is sitting in. He is at one of the small tables. He is sitting there. He does have a shirt on for once. It fits very loosely against his body, though, leaving plenty to the imagination. However, he's just sitting there. He has in his hand what looks to be a intricate looking saucer and cup made out of porcelain. He looks up as he slowly is sipping tea. He's been reading one of his many books like he always does. He blinks and looks up through a pair of half-rimmed glasses as the door opens. As Christine walks in
Fuck, I don't stand
to
a
a
chance.
what?
I said, fuck, I don't stand a chance. What am I supposed to do against that?
Yep. Looks up. There's a certain magnetism to him that wasn't there before. And he'll look up and just give a half grin as he sees Christine and he goes, "Ah, officer, back so soon?"
She walks in, she locks eye with you, and at first she was gonna start saying something, but then she stops and it's like, hey, hey, did you, and she can kind of, walks up with like a look of suspect on her face. Did you get a haircut or something?
"No, I don't believe so. I'm just my normal everyday self."
Right. She squints at you super hard.
"How may I be of service,
Uh,
dear
um,
officer?"
uh, yeah, I was just coming in to get some bullets for the, uh, are you doing
"For a
some sort
gun?
of magic bullshit or something? Because what, like, I can barely even look at you. Oh my god. Why are you?
Why am I what?"
Oh, don't play coy with me, old man.
He play coy, holds a hand to his chest, looks almost in shock. "Never."
Then why are you? She kind of gestures at all you like so glowy, so uh, kind. She's like she can't make eye contact with you. She's like so like aesthetic.
We all have our secrets, and I'm afraid That the answer to that involves um, client confidentiality.
Did you steal someone's pretty or something?
Nonsense. I made a trade for it.
You are ridiculous. So is this
Now
just
come, officer. Sit down, relax, take a load off. I've been meaning to talk to you anyways.
yeah, sure. Kind of sits down.
Would you like some tea?
Yes, I would love some.
All right. You'll get up, walk towards the um, tea rack, giving you a nice view of his backside
I
as he does so.
was, I was totally staring at your ass.
Yep. Makes the tea. Um, and sets it down.
The second you
Down
turn
in front
around,
of.
she like sharply like you only catch her for a second because she kind of like her eyes kind of avert. It's like
He's going to roll. I'm not actually going to bother rolling it because that would be too much of a pain. But um, he's using manipulation plus presence, um, or manipulation plus persuasion plus his many other dice to feed off your desire.
I'm fighting it, damn it.
Yep. So, how's Nick handling it? Everything?
He's been doing actually a lot better recently. After the thing, he's really composed. We've been able to talk about it. He's doing fine. Uh,
No more strange accents, habits.
no, and he hasn't even like he hasn't shown it. The gun hasn't magically appeared anywhere, so
Yes, I've talked to Humphrey about that. He's agreed to let go of his ties the with Nick.
Humphrey. It's his
Yes,
name is Humphrey.
not
So,
the gun, the ghost inside the gun.
oh yeah, what'd you do with him?
He's in a drawer, that the same drawer, waiting a new body.
So just whoever opens a drawer gets like possessed, or
No, I told him he's waiting patiently. He's been waiting for over 400 years for a new body. He can wait a couple more weeks, days at most. I've made an agreement to pursue grabbing a new body for him. Worst comes to worst, there are plenty of synthetic bod shells out there waiting for a soul to inhabit them.
well, I mean, you can't just let him possess somebody.
Blinks and goes, why not? There are, like I said, there are plenty of grown synthetic clones out there that have mind of their own.
Oh yeah, but you said worst comes to worst, so it sounded like you already had an alternative, which was sounded like a normal person, which is I don't think I could morally let you do that, but I'm assuming you're not evil, so
I have a potential target in mind. If it makes you feel any better, the body I have in mind doesn't have a brain, doesn't have any
doesn't have a brain.
currently, doesn't currently have a conscience govern.
She thinks about it for a second, then she kind of looks up at you. Wait,
Does she even know about Lance?
she was there.
Oh, right.
Yeah, she kind of like thinks about it for a second. She's like, wait, are you talking about? Are you talking about Lance?
Gives a small shrug.
You're
Now,
gonna
the
shove
nicest
him
piece of
inside a
that body.
vampire.
It'll be an interesting experiment.
You better keep a leash on that guy if you can, because good lord.
No, don't worry. I've already ensured that part of the process.
Okay. We're just gonna put Lance in a cowboy hat now?
It
Or,
seems a little bit of a poetic justice.
I guess, but I mean, if it's on our side, or your side, I don't know. I'm assuming you got this under control since you're always doing interesting things.
Let's hope so.
Uh,
Now, was that all you were here for?
um,
The guns.
I. I mean, besides also this place is a kind of a neat place to hang out after work. Uh, usually, you know what? Every time I come in here, it's always something interesting going on. So usually it's that. But really, I just kind of wanted to talk to you because shit's been going weird lately, and also mostly about that gun. But so
Of
besides
course.
you being this, how is it going?
It's, how do you, as you put it, for the time being, it's going swimmingly. My own personal nightmares have subsided. I seem to be getting a handle on my current reality once more. There has been nothing popping up in the woodworks, to say the least. Helps that I've limited my time both on Ironside and within the hedge to a reasonable amount. And society is quite calm. Though without access to your dreams, I find myself looking for other ways to act to supply my daily needs. And he gives you this almost flirtatious glance. Speaking of which, your subconscious is quite interesting. I kept coming across a word in there. I was wondering if you knew what it meant.
She's kind of sipping her tea, and you kind of threw her off guard when you got all flirty with her. She's like, a word?
He will say, yes, it was. Let's see, it was. He pauses for a moment, and then he'll say, I believe it was Legolas.
The second you say that, she just freezes.
Does the word disturb you? Does she go rigid, or does she just freeze with
Rigid.
her? Yep.
Like, she almost, like, the tea almost starts slowly kind of drooling out of her mouth a little bit because she was mid sip.
He'll blink until his head and go. Or at first he'll go, is the word something that disturbs you?
Not moving.
Tilts his head. Is, are you feeling okay? Not moving. Gets
Nope.
up, waves his hand of Earth to Christine.
A statue.
He'll try, like, go. Think for a moment, trying to remember what the dream was, if he got anything
You
out
probably
of
would have got
this.
the, how to undo it. Vaguely.
He's going to first say begin sequence.
Her eyes dilate.
Nothing.
But nothing else.
Can you hear me, Can you hear me, Christine?
Still statue.
Legolas.
Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh my gosh, she puts the tea down, kind of wipes her face and shirt off a bit. Like, oh god.
That was certainly interesting.
Fuck.
Were
Oh,
you?
of course you got that. Oh, Jesus.
So you're aware of what just happened?
Uh, yeah. Fuck. Oh, I was not expecting that. Oh god, that freaked me out.
There were some other words attached to that, but I have a feeling I should not speak them.
No, no. Fuck. You haven't said that to anybody, have you?
Looks around. Um, who else would I have told it to?
I don't know. I don't know what you do. Oh god. All right, sit down, sit down.
He takes a seat.
Okay. And she's kind of like trying to get her composure back. Like, all right. So, what that was? You ever hear of a lost boy?
Thinks for a moment. Isn't that a really, really old vampire movie? One of those film movies?
Mm, no, I don't think that applies here. I wouldn't. I don't actually know that one. But okay. Apparently, there are some of us out here in the world who just so happen to get snatched up by creepy government types or secret science bullshit mumbo jumbo. And she makes sure to keep checking around where people, especially like synths and cybernetic people, we're basically sleeper agents. We don't. What?
That is quite disturbing. Who else knows about this?
Um. Well, I told Nick because, of course, I told Nick. I'm pretty sure Mr. X is probably the one that did it to me. Which I don't know who he's got under that, to be honest. Which is fine, I guess, but
But
it's like if anybody has to have it, it's okay if he has. I guess it's better if he's the one, but I don't know. Several of my friends, and I think you're the only other one that's figured it out without prior knowledge. Besides, well, okay, technically Alex knows, but she doesn't know what it means. She just knows the word.
frowns at this, especially at the mention of Alex. Goes, I think that is too many.
It,
A secret can't be kept without. A
it's,
secret like that will get out quick.
I don't, I freak out every day not knowing exactly who knows. Cause, and she kind of leans it like, you could, okay, just so, like, look, I told this to the last person I told this to, I'll give you the same deal. Cause pretty much, if I think for a moment that you're endangering me with that word or anybody I know, I'd have to kill you. Because I could be like, you could completely rewrite who I am. Like, I don't know the extent that it can change me, but I'm pretty sure I could just be completely overridden.
Gets a cold look on his face as he goes, Officer, I've been nothing but polite to you.
I know.
Careful who you threat. And to emphasize that, you see behind his eyes lightning crackling through them.
And I don't think you are a threat. But I'm saying it's best that we keep it that way. You have, as of now, you basically have my soul, and I don't take too kindly to it.
Just raise an eyebrow and go, I have your soul. Before this, I had your subconscious, your mind in my grasp, and you seem to be perfectly willing to leave me open to that. A direct bridge to your very subconscious. That thing that governs you without knowing. That speaks to you within your dreams.
She leans back, kind of, slump shoulders. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm just, it freaks me out because I wouldn't even know, which I guess I just want it to be simpler. I just want it to be simpler, man. He gives me this but it's not like I can say no to the serum or just the protocol. She kind of holds out this little vial from her purse. It's like, this is basically like, if I don't take this, I die.
May I see it? Blinks.
Hands it over.
Asks, can I see it? Um, Opens it up and unballs it and goes, sniffs it.
Be careful, that shit like could drop a horse.
And you believe causes you dependency on Mr. X?
He's the one that gives it to me.
Would you like this from another location?
Raises an eyebrow.
If you could get it from someone else, would you take it?
I mean, would it change, like, would it change what it does? Like, not have me be mind controlled?
Shakes his head and goes, I don't know enough about that. However, thinks for a moment and goes, the weird does work in mysterious ways. I perhaps can sow this into garden, grow fruit off of it, provide you with another source of your, you called it protocol? Yes?
Yes.
I could do that. But like everything, there is a cost. I try to be your friend, Christine. I try to be nice to you. So do not take this as an insult, but I find the fact that so many people know your passcode, have access to your mind, disturbing to say the least. Even your husband's access is flawed, given how quickly he fell to Humphrey's influence. I can just imagine what that would have done should Humphrey had more control, had a more wicked pursuit. You were lucky the ghost that grabbed Nick was so benevolent to begin with. He just wants to exist.
You kind of see her like this look of recognition and kind of shame. She's kind of.
Hell,
It's just.
even Mr. X, as much as enjoy, I trust Xavier and enjoy his company. I, if he knows this word, who's to say others within his corporation do not do, do not know it as well?
I know they do. I could almost assume
Then,
probably all of them know.
then here's my deal. I will offer you. I will grant you this protocol of yours. I will provide enough to sustain you um, throughout the months, throughout the weeks. However, turn, I will take the access you have. I will take the passcode. I will twist it with a weird, so it'll belong in only. This is asking you to give me your trust. Let me hold, as you say, your soul. But my hands are greedy. I will not let any. I am not willing to share that soul with anyone else. I will let you. I will offer this with a small caveat that, for the most part, your life will go on. It really does. I have no desire to steal you from Nick. I have no desire to ruin your life in any way, shape, or form. But at the same time, you as my friend, I cannot abide letting this passcode pass between some groups.
The expression on her face would be that of almost tears.
Tears of relief, tears of fear,
Tears of
sorrow.
not so almost joy, relief. It's a lot of things. It's a
The
very
list on, bro.
complicated. I
Tell you what, I will throw in another piece. This. You have seen what I'll do with your dreams. I will re I will offer to re-extend the deal. The dreams you will have will once more be pleasant and hopeful. In return, I simply ask that you give me access to them. Nothing. I will guard your sleeping mind just as I guard your waking mind.
why the fuck are you so nice?
Nice. I hardly say this is nice. I am
This is
holding you in my hand.
legitimately
You are.
the nicest offer anyone's ever given me.
Gives a small shrug and goes, it's the easiest way for me to guarantee nothing bad happens to you. You are one of few people I can trust within section. You are a normal, everyday human. You are. I've seen what happens to humans if they are not guarded. Last thing I want is for you to fall into the path, a path, me, or even Alexandra. You still have a hope for a normal, semi-normal life.
She's gonna look
is
you
only proper.
dead in the eyes, and she's
As
just gonna reach out her hand and say, "Deal."
he'll take it and say, as he goes, he'll go. However, I will warn you: the weird always must be balanced. The weird is not limitless. This will only last for a year and a day, at which time, if you wish, we can renegotiate.
That's a year and a day I didn't think I had before today, so
He'll nod at that and take your hand. And can you spend 4 willpower?
I will spend 4 willpower.
Yep. As now I have a nice supply of glamour, so I can start with glamour full every day. By the way, just a warning, a lot of your dreams are going to involve a small white um, white picket fenced house in the middle of a small town that seems almost very retro, like it's from the early 2000s. And kids.
She's gonna look at you
Oh
kind of confused, like,
no, that I'm saying that out of character.
oh, oh, out of character.
Yes,
Okay.
out of character. A lot of her dreams are going to reflect her
Oh,
desire
she's
for a
in me
normal
such
life.
a good mood. But in character, after she kind of shakes your hand, she's like she would have kind of come around the counter corner a little bit to shake your hand, so you can actually reach proper. But then
Right?
mid shake, she's just gonna hug you.
He'll hug you back.
She's gonna like bear hug you and pick you up, forgetting her
Now
strength for a
let's
second.
see about tapping you on the back.
Oh, sorry. I didn't break a hip. I didn't break one of your hips, did I, old man?
I'm okay. Now let's see about the ammo for your gun. And
And on that, I think we can call it a session. Unless you have any pieces to add.
no, nope.
All right.
Except, wahaha! I have the power.
And he grows, but this was honestly the most wholesome increase of power I've ever seen. Look, you're not my daddy, but you are my dad. So,
Yeah.
thank you, listeners, for listening. Thank you, watchers, for watching. And this has been another episode of San Francisco by Night. And remember, we're in your dreams, and we're imposing pleasant but erotic retro farmhouse images. I don't know where we're going. Goodbye, everybody.